Sonic the Hedgehog burst onto the video game scene in 1991 as the flagship character of Sega's 16-bit console, the Sega Genesis. With his sharp attitude, signature speed, and distinctive blue spikes, Sonic quickly became the face of Sega and one of gaming's most iconic mascots. But how exactly did this radical hedgehog come to be? Sonic's origins reveal ambitious marketing plans, evolving game design, and calculated branding that positioned him as the edgy rival to Nintendo's Mario. Tracing Sonic's creation story provides insight into Sega's strategy for taking on the might of Nintendo in the early 90s console wars. It illustrates how the genesis of new gaming icons requires vision, deliberate choices, and opportune timing. In order to understand Sonic's explosive debut, it is important to examine Sega's status leading up to the character's creation. Throughout the mid-late 80s, Sega found success with arcade games and the Master System home console. However, Nintendo's NES dominated the industry after revitalizing gaming following the video game crash of 1983. Sega wanted in on the increasingly lucrative home console market, but needed a flagship character and tech demo game that could showcase the Genesis as a true NES competitor when it launched worldwide in 1989. Sega execs knew their success hinged on positioning the Genesis as the hip, modern, and powerful alternative to the aging NES. Their marketing team launched aggressive Genesis does what Nintendo campaigns to highlight technical superiority over the NES. What Sega really needed to legitimize their bravado was a brand icon that epitomized the youthful edge they wanted to project. A new mascot could embody the Genesis spirit and give Sega an identifiable face beyond being just not Nintendo. In 1990, Sega tasked a new internal content group headed by programmer Yuji Naka with creating both a pack-in-game and marketable character to drive Genesis adoption. Designer Naoto Oshima took charge of conceiving potential mascot ideas that could build off Sega's existing tech. Oshima considered options like a bulldog, rabbit, armadillo, and even Theodore Roosevelt. He eventually settled on rendering a spiky teal hedgehog initially codenamed Mr. Needlemouse. Oshima felt a hedgehog's ability to roll into a ball complemented the gameplay mechanics Naka was programming around rolling physics. The hue was chosen to match Sega's Cobalt logo and Project Speed and Attitude. As development progressed, Oshima finalized his sharp-quilled design along with gameplay programmer Hirokazu Yasuhara. They dubbed the character's new moniker Sonic to encapsulate his blazing speed and nature as Sega's newest icon. Sonic's red shoes and white gloves drew subconscious connections to classic characters like Mickey Mouse, helping Sonic feel familiar despite his radical image. Naka's programming realized Sonic's speed-focused gameplay on Sega's new blast processing tech. Smooth 60 fps animation, 360-degree rotation, curved hills, and varied camera angles made speed feel exhilarating. Sonic's signature spin attack and spin dash moves weaponized acceleration, letting players smash through foes and obstacles. Rings acting as a health system mandated swiftness and offered gameplay rewards. This killer app would be titled Sonic the Hedgehog, launching alongside a marketing blitz positioning Sonic as the hip hedgehog mascot who could edge out Nintendo. From game box art of Sonic tapping his foot impatiently to the sassy Sega jingle, Sonic's tude-filled image was strategically calculated. Sonic's designers gave careful thought toward crafting his visual appearance, backstory, and personality to create an edgy yet appealing anti-hero. Unlike the cheery mundanity of Nintendo's Mario, Sonic was portrayed as irreverent and adventurous, with superhuman speed and confidence. His official character background described his cocky demeanor and love for freedom and thrills. BIOS painted Sonic as a drifter born on Christmas Island with a passion for exploration and justice. This roaming rebel backstory resonated with teens and positioned Sonic as righteous counterculture warrior opposing tyranny. Sonic's in-game animations and mannerisms also conveyed maximum tude. His signature finger wagging and foot tapping expressed impatience with slowness. Exaggerated hand gestures and poses after finishing levels reinforced his showboating swagger. Even his grin suggested a sly, mischievous spirit behind his cool blue exterior. Yet despite his edgy qualities on the surface, Sonic still demonstrated heroism, saving his animal friends from the evil Dr. Robotnik. This balanced his personality with Boy Scout nobility, preventing him from alienating players. Sonic walked the line between radical rebel and righteous role model for kids. His blend of snark and sensitivity made him a dynamic and accessible gaming mascot. Sonic the Hedgehog released alongside the Genesis in North America in June 1991 before rolling out worldwide. The game earned instant critical acclaim for its gorgeous graphics, addictive gameplay, and show-stopping speed. Sonic instantly clicked with players drawn to his slick look, cocky attitude, and superhuman abilities. Just as Sega envisioned, he served as the perfect foil to Mario's squat, cheerful persona. The iconic package of Sonic's cool design, speedy gameplay, and Genesis marketing hype made him a sensation. Sonic the Hedgehog went on to sell over 15 million copies, making it one of the best-selling platformers ever. The Genesis found massive success built on Sonic's shoulders, eventually going toe-to-toe with Nintendo for market share. Sonic became Sega's face and attitude-filled mascot throughout the Nineties console war against Nintendo. Like Mario for Nintendo, he frontlined countless sequels and spin-offs as Sega milked their star IP. His image and legacy became forever tied to the Genesis era that birthed him. 3 decades later, Sonic remains a pop culture icon, enjoying new games and media. His origins as Sega's edgy Nineties brand emissary pioneered a more aggressive promotional approach toward unseating competitors. Sonic's runaway success validated Sega's market-focused planning around crafting the ultimate mascot. Modern gaming mascots owe a debt to the Blue Speedster who brought Radical 2 to challenge Mario's throne. Sonic the Hedgehog emerged from a perfect storm of deliberate planning, opportune timing, and expertly crafted branding. Sega knew they needed a modern mascot who could position their Genesis console as hip and superior to aging Nintendo products. After carefully incubating Sonic's creation through poll testing and development, their blue gamble paid off beyond their wildest dreams. Sonic's origins demonstrated that iconic characters are not born through serendipity, but through strategy. Sega's vision manifesting as a snarky blue hedgehog changed gaming forever. Today, the words "gotta go fast" serve as Sonic's enduring mantra nearly 3 decades later.